you guys may remember Camp Hope. We've had them on the show before. Lovely group of people, and what they do is they provide free camp to kids on Delmarva. Such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, keep that on the back of your mind for a second. We're also going to move on to Tommytown. Have you heard of Tommytown?
I believe we've talked about it on the show before.
Yes, we've talked about Tommytown before too. Tommytown is created by a guy named Tommy Engel who lives on Delmarva, and he created his backyard into this really cool, you have to see it to believe it, just take you back in time car show?
Yeah,
I don't even know how to
a lot of
explain
antiques, antique cars, antique signs.
Yep.
There's a lot.
There's even the old Ellendale post office in his backyard. So what do these two have to do with each other? I know that's what you're thinking. Well, Tommytown's never had a public event before. But they are going to this Saturday, and it is all to raise money for Camp Hope. So we got to interview Tommy Engel. We got to speak with Camp Hope about what this partnership means. So let's check it out.
This is Tommytown. It's a small town of sorts created in Tommy Engel's backyard in Harbison.
I'm a bit of a collector, as you can see. I've been working on Tommytown now for 11 years. I travel all over the country. If you watch TV shows like American Pickers, that's basically what I do. I find leads and I track them down, a lot of door knocking. So I got an extensive collection of signs from all over the U.S.
He normally holds private events for friends and family, but for a good cause, he's now welcoming everyone into his small town. The fundraiser this Saturday is raising money to keep Camp for Kids on Delmarva free.
Whereas other children have the privilege of traveling, going out during this summer, a lot of these children are just worried about their next meal. So Camp Hope came about. The first year we had 15 children. We didn't even have a box of crayons to start, but by the grace of God, we were able to. And then last year it grew to, we had almost 25 children. And this year we're going for 30 children. But what it is, it's free. They get 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch hot, and then they get food to take home. But then also they go on trips. Thursdays, it's 3 days a week for 8 weeks, and they get to go on trips every Thursday. It is a faith-based program, so then of course a big part of it is learning about God. And you have to see the smiles on these children. It's amazing how much they love it. They feel nurtured, they feel special, and that's how they make us feel. I mean, it's a win-win for everyone. The only thing is, as this camp grows, of course, we only are funded through donations and the generosity of the community.
So when you walk into Tommytown on Saturday, you'll be able to tour all of this, but that's not all.
So I have a good friend of mine bringing out TV/movie cars. He's going to bring out probably 6 or 7 cars, anywhere from the Scooby-Doo van, Herbie the Love Bug, the Dukes of Hazzard car. We have Smokey and the Bandit here. We'll have some other classic cars, some military vehicles set up. I have the old Ellendale post office that we moved here, that we turned it into a gas station. And I'll be giving tours around just different stuff from all over the U.S.
Yeah, children won't be charged from 10 and under. We'll have Fat Vinny's food truck. We'll be selling yummy homemade baked goods, and we'll have cornhole here, and trust me, you won't want to leave.
And well, if you can't make it this weekend, that's okay, because if you still want to help kids on Delmarva get the summer of a lifetime, there is still a way to give back to Camp Hope.
On a Monday at Nicola's, everybody knows Nicola's, great food, from 5 to 9 if you go there to eat. Even just get a little small bite. 20% of the sales will go towards Camp Hope. So that, okay, is something that if you can't come here that day, maybe you feel like going out to eat. It's a lot better than eating at home.
so exciting. I know if you love cars, if you love giving back, if you just want to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just kind of like history, it's cool to check out Tommytown.
So cool. And again, don't forget, like we said earlier, he doesn't really do these public events ever. He has private ones sometimes, but not public. So this is really your chance to go check out some really cool things, pop culture, history there. So don't forget that event's happening Saturday.
Yes.
And all to raise money for Camp Hope. So make sure you guys check that out, 11 to 3 o'clock. But right now, though, we are getting you ready for the Maritime Day celebration. We're talking to some organizers when we get back.